Hey everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Tarryn the Traveling Trainer. It's episode 532, and we've got a very special treat for you today. We've got, for the very first time, Ms. Maya Novak here on GoTarryn TV via Skype, all the way from Wanaka, New Zealand. That's right, she's actually 17 hours ahead of where I'm at in Atlanta, Georgia, here in the United States. So it's very fascinating. I'm going to tell you about her in just a minute. But first and foremost, please, if you get an opportunity watching me right now, however you are, to make sure that you are subscribing to my YouTube channel. And while you're watching the interview with Maya, please, if you would, be so kind and like the video and leave us a comment as well. Tell us what you thought. But like I said, I can't thank you enough for stopping by and tuning in to GoTarryn TV with yours truly, Tarryn the Traveling Trainer, who always tells you that it's your time, your investment, in your life. And now, without any further ado, when we return, we're going to be having all the way from Wanaka, New Zealand, Ms. Maya Novak. Here we go. Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Tarryn the Traveling Trainer here in Atlanta, Georgia in the United States. It's episode 532. This is a very special treat. This is a first, actually, because for the very first time, we have an international Skype video interview for you. Of all the years I've been doing this, this is the furthest person, side by side, that you could see that I'm going to be interviewing for the very first time. Ms. Maya Novak. She's a health and lifestyle coach all the way from, I know I'm going to probably say this incorrectly, but I'll try my best, Wanaka, down in New Zealand. Maya, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. It's morning and it's afternoon your side, so yeah.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, probably this is the longest distance that you can probably have. I don't know if you can have anything longer than that. I
don't think so. For the folks watching, if they don't know, Atlanta, Georgia is actually 17 hours behind where Maya's at out in Wanaka. So this is something, again, very surreal for me. I never thought that I could imagine I'd be doing an interview like this. Here we are being able to, with technology, that we're able to record this and do a video blog on health and wellness. And I'm just so excited to talk to you, and I've been looking forward to this video blog. So I should say good morning to you, but for the folks wherever they're watching, of course it's post-recorded, but it's actually almost evening my time, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, you're right. It's definitely the longest for reaching out to somebody. But this is really cool. So first and foremost, Maya, we talked for about a week before we were recording here, and I wanted to get you on here. I'm so happy and thrilled and excited, and I think this is going to be the very beginning of a lot of future recurring video interviews with you. For the folks who are going to find out about you, we're going to get your website, social media, and all that plugged. But the first and foremost question that I have of you, if you could please, again, this is the first time we're meeting, just tell the folks in the U.S. or wherever they're watching from a little bit about yourself and what you're doing out in Wanaka and how you ended up there, please.
Yeah, so thank you, Tarryn, for having me. I'm super excited about this interview. And I was born and raised in Slovenia, so in Europe, and really small country in the shape of a chicken. And we moved to Wanaka, to New Zealand 4.5 years ago.
Wow.
Because my husband, Jerry, he got his job here as a skydiving instructor.
Oh, wow.
So I have the job in Slovenia and came along. And yeah, now we've been here for 4.5 years, and now this chapter is slowly closing because we are moving again. So yeah, it's a bit right now a bit stressful, but pretty awesome. Things are happening. So yeah, I was studying veterinary medicine, and I was working in a pharmaceutical company for almost 4 years, and then I just realized that that's not the life that I wanted to live. And I was always really interested in health and diet and fitness and everything. So it was awesome when I was able to start doing what I love to do and what is my passion. So yeah, that's how I actually become a health and lifestyle coach, and this is what I live for. So super exciting times.
That's amazing. Very good, Maya. And do you have family back in Slovenia currently?
Yes, it's just here in Wanaka is me and my husband Jerry. So yeah, all friends and family, and so all of them are back in Slovenia.
Wow, that was a really huge jump, for y'all to, because from Slovenia to Wanaka, how far is that about roughly?
So it's roughly 20,000 km. So actually, if you are traveling from Europe, from Slovenia to New Zealand, you're traveling around 34, 36 hours, something like that.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. So if you don't mind me asking, I think you said you're going to be moving in roughly about 6 weeks, about roughly. Is that right?
Yeah, 5, 6 weeks. Yeah.
5, 6. Where are you guys going to be moving to now?
So the plan is Canada. So
Canada.
we are going to,
oh, wow.
Yeah. We'll be closer. So maybe next time we'll be talking, it will be easier regarding the times and everything.
Yeah, that's right. Do you mind me asking where in Canada, Maya?
So the plan is Toronto.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. Have you lived in North America before?
Never.
Oh my
God.
God.
The same with New Zealand, because when we were thinking about moving, I was like, I don't want to go to New Zealand or Australia because it's too far. And look at me now, I'm here. So, yeah, actually, I think that every time we move, we are going somewhere we've never been before. So it's just leap of faith, and just go with that.
That really is, Maya. That's incredible. I got to tell you, I used to live near Montreal, Quebec. That's a different province, of course, you know. And I lived in Plattsburgh, New York, which is upstate New York. And Canada is just absolutely beautiful. The thing to do every weekend, we drive up to Montreal with some friends. And Toronto, I've heard, is just gorgeous, just very beautiful, very scenic, and very clean city, too. And everyone's really nice there, too. That's just what I've heard all the time. Because I have certain clients that I train that go up to Toronto frequently. And they always say they love it up there.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward, because the one thing that I missed here in Wanaka, in New Zealand, are the trees. It's not a lot of trees here, and you know, Slovenia is covered with forest. It's like 50% of the country is just trees. So this is the thing that I actually really miss here. So I'm looking forward to go there, and yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for you. What a huge, big jump from Slovenia to Wanaka to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So that's tremendous. That's great, Maya. So a lot of exciting things going on right now. I know how moving can be just stressful, but again, it's exciting. And I congratulate you on your change there. It's going to be wonderful. You guys are going to look forward to that. So let's talk about now your health and wellness and fitness lifestyle coaching, Maya. Let me ask you, first question about that is, what is your philosophy? I know that, like, for example, in doing some research, you've been a vegetarian since age 15. You just mentioned that you'd gotten into veterinarian education, veterinarian faculty. So please answer, if you could tell us, what is your philosophy on health and fitness?
Yeah, well, my passion and well, like you said, I became vegetarian when I was 15, and I never really liked meat since I can remember. And it was always like, well, I'll just eat this piece, little piece, and everything. So when I was 15, I decided, well, I'm old enough, and that's it. So I became vegetarian, and I lived like a vegetarian for 12, 13 years, and because I was totally sure that no one is suffering, and but then I realized that dairy industry might be even worse than meat industry, and I just couldn't, be a part of that anymore. So that's when I decided to go vegan. And and the other thing is that, and we'll be also talking about, is that sometimes you just cannot predict what life will bring you. And the first thing, well, not the totally first thing, but when we moved to Wanaka, that was 4 months after that, I broke my right ankle. And I was rock climbing, and I slipped. And first I was like, it's just a splint, but it was actually pretty terrible fracture. So I ended up like 6 months on crutches, and I wasn't allowed to put any weight on my foot for almost 4 months. So it was challenging, but I learned a lot. And my philosophy is just, helping others to thrive, and this is also my passion, and this is what I do. And you probably saw on my website that one thing is that I'm writing and talking about nutrition and diet, and then the other thing is about positive recovery. So this is what it's, theory is something, but when you have a lot of experience, then this is totally something else. And that's also the reason why I decided that I wanted to write a book about this as well. So you might know that I already have a cookbook that is out, that is totally vegan. But yeah, now I'm also preparing the book about the positive recovery. So I'm super excited about that as well.
That's excellent. I'm going to ask you about that too here in just a few minutes as well. Before we talk about, because again, I want to ask you about not only your positive recovery, but the writing and the articles that you do too, all that which can be found mostly at your website. Let me ask you, what was the mission statement be? What would your mission be for health and fitness?
So my mission and passion, I would say, to help people thrive, you know, because there is a lot of things that people are doing and they're just barely surviving, and I was like the same, you know. And I know that there is a lot of conflicting information out there, and you read something and then the next day you read something else. So yeah, my mission is definitely to help people go through all that, and maybe, you know, it's really hard to say in health and fitness and wellness to find the truth, because truth is really, you know, might be the truth for someone and something else is the truth for someone else. So yeah, but just helping people to give all the information that they need to thrive.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's very well. And I know that, again, your entire fitness and health and coaching is broken down into some components. We have like one-on-one coaching. There's positive recovery, as you mentioned, writing. Let's talk about the one-on-one health and fitness lifestyle coaching for a minute, please. Can you tell us and expand about the 15-minute chemistry call, what that's all about?
Yeah, you know, so this 15-minute chemistry call is if people are not really sure if this would help them or what can I offer them. We jump on the phone and we go through and what kind of challenges they are facing and what I'm providing. And just to see, you know, if this is the energy and if we are meant to be, because, you know, it's really important that the chemistry is right and the energy is right. Because if two people are not going together, then maybe, you know, also coaching are not going to be really awesome as well. And you probably know from your experience as well that it's really easy to work with people that you are compatible with. Yeah. And a bit harder to say if you don't have that that energy. Yeah.
That's true. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
So that's the reason why I have these free 15-minute chemistry calls. And that's one option. And the other option is just that people jump in, dive in, and we start right away. And the thing with my health coaching is that a lot of the times clients say, well, you know, I had that vision that maybe we'll be talking just about the recipes and cooking and maybe just the diet, but my health coaching is more than just that. It's also about the mindset and motivation and everything, because I think that, you know, food is a lot, it's important, but it's not everything. So that's the reason why I give people more than just that, more than just the recipes and more than just about talking about nutrients and what your body needs, because it's really important what you feed your mind with. So yeah, it's the combination of everything.
Yeah, it's certainly, Maya, and it looks like from what I've done on my homework on you, you really offer a comprehensive kind of total package, like everything, not just one component, but like you just said, an entire whole package of everything you just said. That's excellent. How about when people go to your website, there's something they could sign up for called email inspirations. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Maya?
Yeah, so, you know, on my website, people can get also a lot of free downloadable ebooks, and some people also just jump in and just go directly to newsletters, weekly newsletters. But yeah, I really trying to take care of people and give them as much as I can, even if they don't decide to work with me like one-on-one with payable coaching. So yeah, there are a lot of also ebooks that people can download, and then yeah, the relationship goes from there on. And this is also what, you know, this is my approach, because it's also easier to trust someone if you know what they are already offering. So that's the reason why I try to give people as much as possible, even if they don't decide to work with me one-on-one.
Yeah, that's excellent, Maya. That's wonderful, and that's excellent. So now let's going into the writing part of it. I know we mentioned about some of the articles that could be found on your website as well, and that you're dispersing via social media. Can you talk about your writing too? How long you have been writing for, and your passion for writing? Maybe just go into that, please.
Yeah, well, that's really funny thing because when we moved to New Zealand, we started with a blog. So it was my husband's Jerry idea. So yeah, let's start with a blog and let's share what is happening in our lives and how we're moving and everything that is happening. So yeah, it started then, and I just started on that website, and it's not online anymore, but yeah, I started with the recipes there, and then slowly I progressed to writing. And at the beginning, my English was horrible, and I had so many problems with English, and it's probably because my basic training from the primary school, it was a disaster. And then I came to high school, and it was just a bit too big jump. So I had problems with English like for the majority of my life. Wow. So when we came to New Zealand, I had to start talking English. So yeah, it took me some time. And at the beginning, my lovely husband, he helped me a lot with translation and just being there for me. So yeah, it involved from just basic recipes and trying to do something there, and then progress to the articles. And yeah,
that's amazing, Maya, because your English is actually perfect. I understand. I mean, it's very, very, very good. Seriously, honestly, I'm very impressed. In Slovenia, what was your first language then you grew up on?
Slovenian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have known. Okay, Slovenian. Yeah, I honestly, I've never knew that. Oh, okay. Wow.
Well,
so.
There's just 2 million people, so that's the reason why you maybe don't know anything about it.
I honestly don't. Yeah, I've never met anybody from Slovenia, or for that matter, of course, speaks Slovenian. But yeah, this is the first two in that. So again, that was amazing to be able to learn English and then be able to be so good at it and do writing, because you get better through that too, because you learn a lot, I'm sure, through that. So you're kind of teaching yourself in that. Do you offer the writings in both Slovenian and English then?
So when we started with that blog that I was talking about, yes, we bilingual.
Okay.
But I can tell you that is so much work, because it's translation. Everything that you write, you have to do it in both languages.
Wow.
So no, right now I'm just speaking and writing in English. So yeah, it's a bit easier for my mental health as well, because otherwise it's so much work that it's just impossible.
Yeah, no, that's great. Oh, that's tremendous. Wow, I'm impressed again. I know how that could be, to have to do that in both languages would be really tough. How about, let's talk now, Maya, about the positive recovery. You mentioned and touched on this when we first started talking. Can you tell us about what is positive recovery for you, and how you got into so much focusing on that topic of discussion?
Yeah, so in 2012, October 31st, so Halloween, I broke my right talus bone. And the prognosis for this kind of fracture is, believe me, it's everything that you wanted to hear. So it's really horrible.
Oh, wow.
And the thing that I heard from my doctor was, well, your ankle might be like 60–70% of what it was, and might be limping for the rest of your life, and that you just don't want to hear in your 30s, early 30s. Of
course. Yeah.
So, but I knew from, I have no idea when this started, but I knew that it's not just about how much you exercise and what kind of exercises you do and what you eat, but also your mental state. Yes. And, if you don't have positive thoughts, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in in the capability of your body to recover, then, and if you believe the doctors, what they say. So that means that, well, you know, you'll have problems for the rest of your life, then probably you will have, because you believe them and this is how your body responds. So yeah, so after 4 months of crutches and like mostly 24/7 in bed, I started slowly walking, and after 6 months I said goodbye to crutches, and my wish and what I wanted to do is to do a triathlon. So never ever done it before, but I said, you know, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, in 2015 I did my first triathlon.
Wow.
So half Ironman distance, and you know, the majority of doctors and also physiotherapists cannot believe that that's even possible after this kind of fracture. But
yeah,
this is why I'm so passionate about, because if you don't believe in yourself and in the capability of your body, then you cannot achieve great things. And it's just the combination of everything. And yeah, what I learned is that the positive recovery is basically made out of 3 things. So one is mindset, positive mindset, diet, healthy diet, so that you eat foods that love you back, and just exercises that you do and that you are actually persistent and consistent with everything that you do. Because I know a lot of people who say, well, you know, I was doing some exercises, but then they didn't work, so I just stopped doing them. And with this kind of fracture, you really have to be consistent and persistent for months and years that you really can see the results.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that was a year ago that you had completed that triathlon. That's an amazing story. How were you feeling when you were finished? Were you okay, like as far as not hurting or in pain, or was it pretty? Yeah, yeah, I bet.
Thank you. You know. Yeah, actually, I was really, really surprised that I didn't experience any great pain or anything like that. So I had some problems, of course, the day after with just sore ankle, but everything else, it was fine. So I was pretty surprised regarding this. And yeah, I needed for my first triathlon, so that was in 2015, and this year, 6 months ago, I did the second one. And yeah, the first one took me 7 hours and 14 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And this one was 6 hours and 49, I think, something like that.
Oh, nice. Oh.
So I'm just improving.
Yeah,
so the next one might be even shorter.
I think it will. I think that's the goal, and I think that you're going to be able to do that because you're getting stronger and healthier every year, Maya. And I think that's a good testimony, too, for a lot of people to hear that story, because I deal with a lot of clients as well who kind of think, well, what's the point? I'm kind of old right now, and I just exercise won't really help me. But if someone heard that story you just told, that's very fascinating and encouraging, too, and I'm really impressed with that and amazed. I've never done a triathlon myself, so I don't even know if I could do one, but I got to give credit to you.
You can.
I shouldn't say that. I can, yes, absolutely. I can do it. And I just have to have positive thoughts, like you said. Maya, let me ask you about the book, too, because you'd mentioned, and people can, of course, get a hold of your cookbook when they get the information, and we'll get that out to them. Tell us about you were talking about the new book you're currently still working on, is that correct?
Yes, yes. It's going to be about this positive recovery, about everything that I learned during these years, and why sometimes it's not really a good thing to listen to your doctor. Because, you know, they are awesome, they're super great, and without them, we would have more problems than, you know, otherwise. But they don't know everything, and especially this side, mental side, mindset, positive thoughts, they don't think about that. So that's one of the things why I'm talking constantly about that. The doctors are super awesome, but just don't listen to them constantly and don't believe them everything, because if I would believe them regarding my ankle, then yeah, probably I would be limping, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy is another term for it. Absolutely, because most people probably would have just given up and gone with the doctor's discretion, and like maybe just said, "Oh well, I guess the doctor's right." But in America here, absolutely, I totally agree with what you just said too, because too many times I've seen personally to myself where doctors say one thing, and sometimes it's just like, are you really just trying to help me, or do you want to just get my money and cut me open or give me some pills and medicine? So there's a lot of times where we do have to think about everything, and I like your positive recovery. That and I definitely want to check that book out when it's done, because I want to get more information on that myself. I think in my own self and my own clients, we could probably benefit from that. So way to go on that. When are you looking to get that published, about roughly ballpark time?
Fingers crossed next year.
Okay, great. Now that's a good year goal to have. 2017, that'll be the goal then.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know as soon as that's published. I want to get my hands on it. Excellent, Maya. Now let me talk us through. You are really well connected, by the way, in social media. You're all over the place. That's how I found you. I think that we're linked on Twitter. And when I saw some of your tweets, I said, "Oh my God, I got to get this woman on my video interview blog." So I assume, have you been on social media since it started, or did this health and lifestyle passion kind of intertwine, I should say, and bring you into this world of social media?
So with my site and when I entered English-speaking market, yeah, I started with social media right away.
Okay.
And a really funny thing is that I started using Twitter. The last thing that I started using was Twitter.
Okay.
I never ever used it, but actually right now it's the most successful social media that I have.
Okay.
So it's, and I just started using it like 6 months ago or something like that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, it's been crazy regarding that. But yeah, when we so the cookbook 88 Kitchen Tales was published with my husband Jerry, and that was actually the funny story regarding this is that when we were thinking about, well, no, I'm gonna start with transitioning to a vegan diet. So when we transitioned to a vegan diet, everything that we cooked, we were writing down, so all the recipes and everything, and what was happening in our kitchen at the time. And we decided that we're gonna give this single published book to our family as a goodbye gift, because we were leaving, to New Zealand.
Yeah.
And after that, the family just loved it so much that they said, well, you have to publish this.
Yes, definitely.
So that's how the book came out. And it was first published in Slovenia. So that was in 2012. And everything was done before I broke my ankle, but I still remember that we were deciding about the cover photo in the hospital while I was waiting for the operation.
Wow, so, that's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, everything there. So yeah, it's actually, the cookbook is not the regular cookbook. It's not, well, you have to do this and this and this, but it's about stories, what was happening in our kitchen at the time and how we came up with the recipe. So that's also the reason why the title is 88 Kitchen Tales. So
I like
it's not
that.
a regular cookbook. Yeah.
No, that's a cute title. Who came up with that? Was that you or Jerry?
It was both, actually, because we started, so our blog was Major Tales. And Major Tales is just M-A-Y-J-E-R, and it's the first three letters of my name and first three letters of Jerry's name.
Yes, of course.
So, and major, when you say major, is something, big and huge. So, yeah. We started with Major Tales, and of course it was obvious that the book will be something with tales, because it's just our approach to life, just going through the stories and sharing what is happening in our life, and now what is also happening in my life. And yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's wonderful. Jerry sounds like a very fascinating man too. You said he is it skydiving that he's done? Is that? So
yeah, well, that's also how we met. I went skydiving 6 years ago, and he was my skydiving instructor. So that's how we met.
I see.
And,
okay.
Yeah, but he just started with, and you might find also interested, the plant-based entrepreneur show. He just started with the podcast, and he's talking about all the entrepreneurs in the plant-based community. So he's really interested guy. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, wow. I definitely love to talk to him sometime too. This is very fascinating. And with the skydiving, I know that, and people can find this out on your website. I know that there's 13 fun parentheses, maybe weird facts about you, because that was one of them. And again, we're not going to go through the 13. The people are going to have to go to your website. But tell us, and we're nearing the end of the video interview, maybe tell us 2 or 3 of your favorite fun facts that you'd like folks to, I guess, get across as they're watching us here.
So one is definitely that I don't believe that cats cannot be trained, because I had cats, they were both trained. So, you know, when people say, well, you cannot train cats, it's like, no, you just cannot, you just don't know how to do it. So that's the difference. So that's one. The second is that, what would be the second? Well, probably my favorite subject in when I was studying was pathology, and I was just really love cutting bodies and looking bodies. Yes, you know, that's not something that I would say, I don't know, to the person when we meet the first time. Well, you know, I love cutting. But I just love exploring and knowing what was the reason of death, and things like that. And what would be the third one? I did 5 jumps so far, everything with my husband Jerry, and every time I jump from a different, not just airplane, but because there were 2 helicopters and 3 different types of planes. So
well, I said before that I've never done a triathlon before, and I maybe will do one day, but I'll tell you what, right now, I will never do any kind of skydiving. So you've done 5 more than I've done, and no matter how many more you do, that's going to be, because I'll be 0 on that. I'll never jump out of a plane or anything. What's the highest?
But you know, everything, like, you know, that we get everything that we want out of our comfort zone. So maybe that's, you know, maybe you have to step out of your comfort zone and do something that's, it's a bit scary, you know? I don't know. Just what to think about.
I don't know, Maya. I don't know if this lifetime I'm meant to do that. It's almost like a death wish for me. I think I'd probably pass out of shock if I was ever up that high. What is the highest altitude that you've jumped out of?
I think it was 15,000 feet.
15,000 feet. Wow. Yeah. That's really up there. That's way up there.
It is, but you know, for example, I would probably never ever do a bungee jump.
Oh, that's another one I would never
scary.
do. Yeah.
It's so much easier to see, I don't know, the earth, like it's smaller and everything is smaller and houses are smaller. But yeah, going to do a bungee jump, it's just crazy for me. I probably wouldn't do that.
Has Jerry done that before, bungee jumping?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I bet he probably wouldn't have a problem with it. I'm guessing you probably wouldn't either. I think you could probably do that one too. If you've done skydiving, I think you could do bungee jumping.
I don't know. But maybe, you know, if you do a skydive, then I'll do a bungee.
That's a fair trade. Yeah, that's a good deal right there. I like that. Well, Maya, also, I wanted to ask you too. You have some really great YouTube videos on there too. Getting back to social media, so I've seen some of the workout routines you've done on there, and you know, obviously, you said this too, that you are available for online coaching via phone or Skype, like we're doing. So, what is it about the YouTube videos that you like to do, and what kind of workout regimens? I guess this is a fully loaded question, but I guess maybe take us through a sample of when someone does online coaching with you, what they can expect on the other side, like what they're going to be going through. I guess maybe like a sample workout kind of.
Yeah, well, regarding the workouts, it's like right now I'm publishing mostly HIIT workouts, so high intensity interval trainings.
Oh, those are good, yeah.
And it's just, you know, something that I discovered almost 10 years ago. And before that, I was going to the gyms all the time. And it was just, I was losing so much time because, you know, you have to commute there and then back and do the workout and so on. So when I discovered HIIT, it was like new world open totally. I was able to do workouts whenever, wherever, I wasn't attached to that gym or to their opening hours or anything. So
Yeah,
it's just the thing that I'm sharing now with people is just the workouts that I do. And the funny thing is that people are commenting, especially on Facebook, like, "Oh, this looks so easy," but I'm suffering through that workouts. And I'm just not putting in everything when I'm almost throwing up or anything like that. But it's just, just the thing that I want to show people, that even if you don't have a lot of time, you probably have 10 or 15 minutes in a day. And if you don't have that, then maybe it would be a good idea to turn off Facebook or YouTube or anything. Just do the workout. And I think it's easier to share this kind of workouts because, I could share a swimming routine, but it's just, it's different. So HIIT workouts are definitely something easier to share with people. And also what I noticed is that with this kind of workouts, you can get really fast results. And, people want to have fast results, like they want to have results yesterday, not tomorrow. So
very well said, Maya. I would say that most of my in-shape athletic clients that I've personal trained have done some form of HIIT, Tabata, some kind of high interval training like that. So those are hard, and I would encourage everybody watching to go to Maya's YouTube channel and definitely check some of those out, because again, those are tough, those are brutal. This is great, Maya.
And the thing, sorry to interrupt.
No, you go ahead.
The thing with this videos that I post regarding the workouts is that from when I discovered this kind of workouts, all the videos up there were like, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes long, and I didn't have the time to see all the exercises. And I said, well, if one day I'm going to share something like that, I want to make them really compact and really short. So that's the reason why all the videos are in a minute. So it's workout in a minute. So in a minute, you're going to get all the exercises you have to do, write them down, and then do the workout. So that's also the thing regarding this workout.
Yeah, that saves so much time, Maya. Like literally, you could just tell your friend or whoever, just say, hey, if you got a minute, literally, just go to the YouTube video, write them down, like you said. Then they could just do however many rounds or sets that they're doing. But that's wonderful. That's excellent. So I'm going to get some contact information from you here in a second, Maya. But let me ask you this, because I've really enjoyed, I can't believe we've been talking over 40 minutes right now. This has flown by so quickly. Because I wanted to promise I'd get you out of time. But let me ask you a few more questions. What would be your most, and this, again, another fully loaded question here, but what would you find most rewarding about what you've been doing with health and lifestyle coaching, with your positive recovery, with your writing? Again, what would be the most rewarding factor that you can tell us?
Probably that I'm able to be a part of someone's journey and just to see the changes in their lives. And this is, it's, I don't know, I often say to my clients, as much as I'm giving you, you're giving back to me, because I'm getting so much, being a part of someone's journey and see the improvements and everything is, you cannot put a price on that. So that's the reason why I'm so passionate, because you probably know from your experience, then when you see the results and when you see that people are really happy with the results, is just
I like that. Yeah, I totally, absolutely. That's great. Validate that for sure. And then here's a two-part question, Maya. So I know that you already answered this earlier. I'm going to ask you about goals, short-term, long-term goals in the next, let's say, 6 to 12 months, short-term goals. What do you foresee in your health and lifestyle journey? I know, again, you're going to be moving to a different part of the world. And then long-term, what do you see in the, say, 5, 10, 20-year range from now that you would like for your goal setting?
Yeah, so next year definitely it's going to be a really big year for me. I have so many goals that, now I just have to start moving towards them, and I'm already doing this. So one is definitely I want to put the book out about positive recovery. The other is that I'm going to do also online program for this. Plan is to do the online program for the diet and lifestyle. Not sure yet how it's gonna look like, but yeah, it's something regarding that. I would love to do a summit regarding everything that I do, but not sure, you know, it's just in my head.
Yeah.
So next year, definitely it's going to be a big year. And just even though online programs are great, I think that I'm still gonna do one-on-one, because it's just that personal journey when you can be connected one-on-one with a person is definitely different than just, you know, put out the program and people are watching the video. So yeah, that's the thing that I have in plan for 2017. It's going to be awesome and packed.
Yeah, it will. I know for sure. That's a huge, big move. Maya, this is great. I have totally enjoyed this time here, and again, it's just flown by so quickly. Let me ask you before we let you go, if you got a few more minutes, when people want to learn more about you, how can they get in touch with you? Let's plug your website and any social media contact that you want, please.
Yeah, so I'm actually, like you noticed, everywhere on social media, more or less. So the easiest thing is that if they go to my website, mayanovak.com, there are all the links to social media, because sadly Maya Novak is a pretty common name, so it's impossible to get, you know, Maya Novak with all the social media. So yeah, somewhere I'm Maya Novak social, somewhere I am Maya.Novak. So the easiest way is if they go to my site, mayanovak.com, they will get everything there. And the thing is just that I have two Instagram accounts. So my personal and health coaching is Maya Novak. And the other one is that I start with first, that was probably my first social media channel, was 100% Fit and Recovered. And it's just the story that I shared regarding broken ankle and recovery and everything. So, yeah.
Excellent. Very good, Maya. Well, you know, out of everything, though, that's amazing you were able to get the www website registered under your name. Seriously, I think that's the best. Yeah, that's awesome. That's because, again, that's probably the most important out of all of them. So that's great that they can go right there and go to the social media and follow you there. But again, Maya, like I said at the very beginning when we talked, I really hope that you'll take our invitation to come back on here and speak on another topic in the very near future. Like you said, maybe 5-6 weeks from now, once you're settled in. I'm not going to hit you up right when you're in transition and moving, but once you're settled in, you got your computer and Wi-Fi hooked up and everything in Toronto, let's do another video blog follow-up. Let's see how the end of the year is for you. That's a good kind of lead-in segue into the new year.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
We can talk about maybe, because if we'll be talking, I don't know, end of November, beginning of December, we can also talk about how not to gain weight during the holiday season, because that's...
Very well done. Yes, certainly. That could be a very good interview blog right there. Perfect timing, too, because once people get acclimated, they've who are regular followers on this video channel, and they learn about you, then they come back, they'll know to come back on how to prevent gaining weight or getting in that holiday kind of funk that a lot of people get into. So it's a very important and crucial part of the year. So I'd like that. That's a great idea. Let's do that. So again, Maya, I can't believe how this time has just flown by so quickly with you. I really appreciate your time, especially among everything else you've got going on for yourself. So I will tell you to enjoy the rest of your day, because you're just getting started up. I'm just winding down myself. And I'm so thrilled that we got this going, and I can't wait to get this launched and uploaded and published, because I really enjoy this. This is one of my favorite video interviews that I've ever done. And again, it's the most longest interview, distance-wise, I've ever done. I don't know how far it is from here to Wanaka, but I'm going to guess it's pretty far. Probably.
Yeah, it's probably 24 hours traveling, or
I would say so. Yeah, I would think that's at least accurate. But
especially if you are crossing the date line, so it's even more weird. And yeah.
Literally, you would like almost lose a whole day if you jumped from going from, I guess, me to you. You would like go in the future one day almost.
Yes. Well, you know, when we got married on Rarotonga, and sorry, because I'm just blabbing.
No, this is cool. No, this is good. I like this. Yeah.
So yeah, we got married on Rarotonga on Cook's Island, and you know, going from New Zealand to Rarotonga, yeah, you just cross the date line, and it's really weird because yeah, you are gaining a day when you are traveling there, but then it's like one day is not. It's,
never existed.
Yeah, it's just weird. Never. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, yeah, it is. So when we are going, so we are flying in November. So actually, the day that we fly will be the same day we'll be in America. So it's weird.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can't wait for you to tell me how. Well, we'll talk before then on the Skype interview. But yeah,
Yes.
I definitely I can't wait to see how that goes and what you think of Toronto and living there, and again the culture, the people there. I think you're going to find it very fascinating. It's so amazing that you're bilingual too, that you have that advantage too, you know, to get around, and because your opportunities are going to be so much more great and vast than normal. So definitely take advantage of that. But that's excellent. I think anybody watching or has the opportunity to learn more about you and connect with you will only get more positive energy added onto their lifestyle because they definitely want to take advantage of it. So again, Maya, thank you so much. This was a true treat. Nice to meet you again. Safe travels to you and Jerry. And again, good luck and best of luck and congratulations with the move. And we'll definitely be keeping in touch until then.
Thank you so much for having me, and yeah, I really enjoyed this interview as well, and I'm gonna be back, and yeah, like we said, we're gonna talk about the weight gain and how not to gain weight.
That's
during
right.
the holiday season.
We're gonna leave that as a hook, so the people watching, next time you see Maya, she's gonna tell you how not to gain too much weight and how to, like, I guess we can call it maintain and don't gain. That could be our theme that we're gonna do.
Exactly.
That'd be good, Maya. Thank you. Take care. And for the folks watching right now as we fade to black, in case you missed it earlier, grab a pen and paper because here comes her website contact one more time. We'll see you, Maya.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.